Since when did emotional wounds become a permanent part of a global superstar's life? Why is Taehyung's confession only emerging now, when silence has long buried the truth? In a moment that shook South Korea's public and the international army community, Kim Taehyung, a member of BTS known widely by his stage name V, has finally broken his silence. More than a public statement, this confession implies an unresolved pain, one that involves one of the most significant and complex relationships in K-pop, the bond between Taehyung and Jungkook. For years, BTS has been positioned as a symbol of harmony, unity, and collective strength. But behind the spotlight and grand stages lies a darker story, a story that is now beginning to unfold slowly through Taehyung's meaningful and subdued voice. What really happened between the youngest two members of this group? Why did Jungkook, known as the Golden Magne, seem to withdraw during critical moments, even when there was no disclosed medical or professional reason? In a limited interview with HYB's internal media, which was not fully released to the public, quotes from Taehyung began to circulate among a select group of music industry journalists and fanbase analysts. "I think there's something unresolved between us. And it's not just a misunderstanding," Taehyung said in a clip that has now become the center of discussion. That brief sentence has sparked a wave of questions aimed at BTS's past, especially events that have never been publicly confirmed but were always whispered behind the scenes. Could this be related to the moment when Jungkook was absent from last year's internal BTS celebration? Is it connected to the unseen tension during their final promotions before military enlistment? Many are now rewatching old videos with new eyes. Body movements, nonverbal language, and facial expressions that once seemed ordinary now appear loaded with meaning. What draws the most attention is the fact that Taehyung, who has always been reserved about personal emotional matters, chose this moment to speak. A time when BTS is in a major transition, all members actively serving in the military and fans left to hope for their return in 2025. Why now? Could this be an early warning of something bigger set to unfold upon their comeback? In several internal fan community forums and entertainment journalist groups, information has also spread suggesting Jungkook experienced high emotional pressure after his solo album promotion ended. Though no official statement was made, a source from HYB's production team noted that Jungkook declined several public appearance offers post-2023 not due to military schedule conflicts, but due to personal reasons that could not be publicly explained. Once again, this strengthens the assumption that there is an unresolved conflict or emotional wound. The connection between Taehyung's confession and Jungkook's increasingly withdrawn demeanor cannot be overlooked. In the Korean entertainment world, where public image is everything, a personal statement like Taehyung's rarely surfaces without urgent cause or deeper intention. Some analysts even assess this statement as part of HYB's internal communication strategy to pave the way for revealing a broader issue, possibly involving intermember dynamics that have long been hidden to protect the group's image. Yet the emotional impact of this confession is felt even deeper among fans. Thousands of tweets from ARMY around the world have flooded social media with questions. What happened between V and Jungkook? Why does the wound still remain? Will BTS return as a united front? Many are voicing concerns that the bond between BTS members has long harbored unspoken tension, and that this confession is the early sign of a significant shift in their internal dynamics. Within the context of South Korean culture, where expressing emotion is often viewed as weakness, Taehyung's move is considered very brave. He not only opens the door for honest discussion about mental health among celebrities, but also indirectly places Jungkook in an emotional spotlight. The question now is, will Jungkook respond? Or will he choose to remain silent and bear the wound alone, as he has seemingly done all this time? This article will continue to explore the deeper implications of this statement, the history of Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship in professional and emotional contexts, and the strong possibility that this confession marks the beginning of something far greater than what appears on the surface. However, amid the commotion caused by Taehyung's shocking statement, a fundamental question arises. Is this truly an honest confession that reflects the emotional state within BTS? Or is this merely a carefully crafted narrative designed to create shock value and attract global media and fan attention? In today's digital era, where virality outpaces verification, it has become increasingly difficult to distinguish reality from manufactured truth presented as fact. It must be noted that the main sources of this news stem from fragments of information spread across various platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and international fan blogs. Many of this content only presents short clips without full context, narratives colored by subjective interpretation, or even old video fragments that are now being linked to current issues. So, it is only fair that the public asks, did Taehyung truly deliver this statement in a serious context, or was he merely expressing general emotions without intending to point to a specific conflict with Jungkook? This question becomes all the more relevant considering there has yet to be an official release from hybe labels confirming or clarifying the content of Taehyung's statement. Does hybe's silence reflect an effort to protect the artist's privacy? Or is this instead a veiled communication strategy, deliberately allowing speculation to grow in public circles to maintain attention toward BTS, who are currently inactive as a full group due to military service? In this context, we invite readers and all armies to pause and reflect. Do we really know what's going on behind the scenes? Is the narrative of Jungkook's old wound an authentic fact, or a public construction formed by fragments of speculation? Why are we so quick to believe video clips without questioning their validity and context? As digital information consumers, it is crucial that we maintain a skeptical attitude, especially when the news involves emotional issues that easily spark sympathy. In the entertainment world, not everything that appears dramatic is true. In fact, in some cases, dramatization is used as a marketing tool or as a distraction tactic. So, it is only natural that a more critical perspective arises. Is this purely an emotional expression from Taehyung? Or is this part of a scenario intentionally crafted to keep BTS relevant amid their physical absence from the music industry? We are not stating that this information is a lie, but we are also not concluding that it is entirely true. What we are presenting is the reality that this information is being spread through various unofficial channels, and that its accuracy cannot yet be fully confirmed. Therefore, we call on you, the reader, fan, K-pop enthusiast, or even cultural pop observer and journalist, to think critically. Don't just consume information, but question it, investigate it, verify it. Do you believe that the emotional wound between Taehyung and Jungkook truly exists and remains unresolved to this day? Or do you see this instead as a reflection of how the modern entertainment industry manipulates emotions for the sake of maintaining existence? Are you ready to face the possibility that the idol you have admired all this time may have a dark side you never imagined? Or do you feel that all of this is simply too dramatic to be real? Let's discuss. Let's reflect. Because in this age of information overload, skepticism is not cynicism. It is a form of intellectual responsibility.